Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, the Zorky Token Black guy who's just trying to get by. Welcome back to Martial Arts Mayhem, where I predominantly talk about martial arts related content within entertainment for the month of May. Thank God this is not my first blaxploitation review, because I can talk about Black Belt Jones with a clear conscience. Pop Bird is a former karate champion and owner of a dojo in the Crenshaw section of Los Angeles. He is also a chronic gambler and is in debt to the local drug lord Pinky, whom is employed by the Italian Mafia. After learning that Pop's dojo is preventing politicians from owning the land for a proposed civic center, the Mafia lean on Pinky to convince Bird to sell the dojo. Defiant against his intimidation, Pinky's men inadvertently kill Pop, thus causing ownership of the dojo to be transferred to his daughter Sydney. Learning of his mentor's death, Private Eye Black Belt Jones is on a mission to protect his sensei's daughter, take on Pinky and the Italian Mafia in order to avenge his mentor's death. Last review, I spoke about Enter the Dragon and how that made Bruce Lee a household name. But Jim Kelly was the other breakout star of Enter the Dragon. Jim Kelly's martial arts prowess within Shonin-ryu, a soft karate style that is actually the Japanese translation to Shaolin Kung Fu, was on full display and was greatly noticed by people in Warner Brothers, as well as the audience. So, with the Kung Fu craze as well as the blaxploitation craze both taking effect, director of Enter the Dragon, Robert Krause, really wanted Jim Kelly to actually be taken serious as an action hero. Did this all help out? Well, let's talk about his supporting cast first. You had Scatman Crothers, whom most people know as the voice of Jazz in the Transformers cartoon, as well as the 1986 Transformers movie. Also in The Shining as the chef that actually used The Shining to communicate with Danny. So we have one credible actor within this movie. And we also have Gloria Henry, former Bond girl within both Sean Connery and Roger Moore runs. We have that going. And we also have Jim Kelly's awesome athleticism. So we got those factors locked down. And that's about all this movie has to offer. Okay, now, maybe it's because I personally was born in the 80s, the very early 80s, and some of the 70s jargon goes above me, but good God, this dialogue is atrocious. And the acting in this, with the exception of Scatman Crothers and Gloria Henry, is just bad, And it's really sad because Jim Kelly is also bad as a leading actor. He should have had additional acting coaches and everything because, yeah, his performance is just bad in this. And thankfully, though, this is not the start of him acting like Bruce Lee, which is another movie I'll talk about in the future. Top it off, the editing in this is also bad because we have bad acting and bad line delivery, and we have scenes where you can tell things were supposed to be cut or things were supposed to be added in. The choreography, despite Jim Kelly and Gloria Henry being good, you could clearly see Jim Kelly is like stopping in movement, trying to give instructions, and God, could you have made it flowed a little bit better? I know y'all could, just saying. The villains in this are laughable. Of all the things that I've watched with Italian mobsters and inner city drug lords, you'd think that they were credible and frightening threats. But in this movie, they're just Saturday morning cartoons. The Italian Mafia guys, they're just shit. They're shit in this movie. Especially the one guy that plays the Don in this is kind of like incompetent and appears to actually sound Russian more than Italian, to be honest with you. And Pinky, who was supposed to be a feared drug lord, This guy is just a joke. And to think, these two were the ones that kept the city in the grip of fear, and they're trying to extort someone? Man. And by the way, you can tell they're incompetent because they were not supposed to kill Pop Bird, but they did so anyway. By the way, the last fight scene in this movie went on way too long. I wanted it to end. And there's a scene with Gloria Hendry and Jim Kelly that went on way too long. I mean, was this supposed to be their bonding period? Because if it was done poorly. And it was well spoofed by another movie that was supposed to, basically make fun of blaxploitation movies, we have bad acting. We have poor choreography. We have terrible editing, bad music, horrible characters within this movie. I mean, Black Belt Jones is whack, y'all. Ugh. And this was supposed to be, the launch pad of Jim Kelly's career. But it doesn't get any better than this for him, regrettably. And he was a really good martial artist. Agree? Disagree? Please drop me a comment below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook at Token Dave or on Twitter at Token Dave 80. Subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, the dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by, and I'll catch all of you later.